Clean sunlight spilled across the mansion, but it brought no warmth. The household was already awake, the sound of footsteps and the hushed conversation filling the house. You returned to your room before dawn, as hushed but light as supper, yet the moment you entered, a strange dread watched over you, as if invisible eyes had followed you back. At breakfast, Taehyung sat at the head of the long dining table. He looked immaculate as always, so perfectly pressed, dark eyes scanning around with sharply seen. But when his gaze landed on you, you froze. Something in his stare was different today. You poured your night. You looked tired, Taehyung said smoothly, taking a sip of his coffee. Could not sleep. You forced a smile, not just could not rest. A faint squeak touched his lips, though it did not reach his eyes. Interesting, because I did not see you in your room. The fork slipped from your hand. The room grew painfully silent. The tree further down the table, sitting but stiffened but said nothing. His ankles whitened as he gripped his glass. Taehyung gaze never left you. He leaned back in his chair, tone deceptively casual. Tell me why and where were you last night exactly? The question was just a question. It was a blade sharp, gleaming, waiting to cut. Your throat went dry. The clink of the silverware stopped as everyone froze. Even his sleeping dared not to move under the weight of his tongue. You swallowed, forcing a small smile. I could not sleep, so I went for a walk in the garden. The garden? Taehyung repeated, tilting his head. His dark eyes locked on yours, burning, interested because I had my men stationed at every corner frame, but none of them saw you. He'd flushed through you. He was not asking, he was accusing. Taehyung had twitched under the table, thought tight, but he said nothing. Taehyung tapped his finger lazily against a coffee cup, the sound rhythmic and sharp like a clock ticking down. So either you are lying to me or his smirk deepened clearly. My men are blinking, which was it? Your head raised, everyone's eyes were on you. Even the grandmother frowned faintly, sensing the strong brewing. I must have walked near the specimen, you stammered. Maybe they did not. Stop. His voice cracked like a white, silencing you. He leaned forward, his eyes cutting through you like a blade. Don't insult me with a petty excuses. I can smell like wine and you reek of them. The room went cold. You lowered your gaze, your hand firmly under the table. Taehyung suddenly struck a dark, humorless sound. But fine, we will play your little game, pretend the night never happened. His eye gleamed sharp and deadly. Just remember, I always find the truth, and when I do, he let the sentence hang unsatisfied and unfinished, but the promise of the destruction lingered like a smoke. He stood abruptly, his chair scraping against the marble floor. I am done here, the food cold anyway. Without sparing another glance, he left the table, his footsteps echoing ominously down the hall. You thought maybe he had forgotten, that maybe the storm had passed, but you were wrong. When you entered your room, the lights were already on. Taehyung sat in the armchair by the window. Tae loosened a glass of whiskey in his hand. His gaze lifted slowly, locking onto you the second the door clicked shut. Gardener marks, he murmured, his tone mockingly. You really expect me to believe that your pulse thumped? I was not. Don't. He stood, setting the glass down with a sharp clink. Don't lie to me again. You backed up at a step as he approached, his shadows falling over you. His movements were slow, deliberate, like a predator closing in. Do you know what I hate the most, Brian? His voice was low, almost intimate, but each word cut deep. Not betrayal, not even disobediences. Lies. He leaned close, his breath ghosting your ear. Because lies mean you think I am a fool. You just have. I am not lying. His hand slammed against the wall beside your head, caging you in. His other hand gripped your chin, forcing your eyes up to his. His stare was wild, vague, mixed with something wrong, more broken. Then swear. He whispered harshly, swear on your life you were not with him. Your lips parted, but no words came. The silence between you screamed louder than confused. For a moment, something flickered in his eyes, in his gaze, hurt, betrayal, desperation. Then it hardened again, colder than ever. He released you abruptly, stepping back. You can lie to yourself all you want, but remember this. His tone dropped like a nothing safe, hidden from you. And when I find out the truth, Ryan, his flip was sharp, dangerous. Not even the jungle will be able to save you. He left without another word, slamming the door shut behind him. You slid down against the wall, shaking, tears burning your vein, because deep inside you knew the clock was ticking. The sun dipped low, painting the sky in muted gold and violet, but once the menstrual corridor felt quiet, almost peaceful, you found yourself in the garden, the real garden in this time. Even to fix one of the flowers the storm had bent the night before. Your fingers brushed the delicate petals, and a vase broke through the silence. You rolled your eyes. Could not hide a smile, and what would you know about flowers? He shrugged, strolling closer. Not much, but I know enough about people. Sometimes they need days to grow, not someone hovered over them. The words carried more weight than they should have. For a moment, you both stood in the fairy sunlight, silence stretching between you, gentle, not suffocating. Then Jago grinned, but you are stubborn, probably more stubborn than the flower. I like that. You laughed softly, surprising yourself. You should not have said things like that. Why not? He tilted his head because it's dangerous to laugh when a Taehyung is watching, or because you are afraid you will enjoy it. You froze caught between his teasing tone and the seriousness in his eyes. Before you could answer, he reached out and gently tucked a loosened strand of hair behind your ears. Don't look so scared, he whispered, his voice softened. Sometimes it's okay to breathe. Your heart asked for the first time he did, you did. The soft glow of the single text light illuminated Taehyung's face, shadows carving sharp lines into his expression. His tie hung loose, his sleeves rolled up and his sword against his skin as he leaned over a stack of files. Nothing. His voice was deceptively calm. The two men standing before him shifted nervously. One of his men cleared his throat. You track her movement, boss. She stayed near the garden with Jago. Taehyung's jaw flexed, he leaned back in his chair, swirling the amber liquor in his glass. His eyes were half-lidded, but the fury beneath them was unmistakable. With Jago, he repeated slowly, savoring the words like a poison on his tongue. Yes, but it looked harmless, just talking. Harmless, Taehyung laughed as a sharp, empty. He stood placing the glass down with a deliberate force. There is no such thing as harmless, not in this world. Everyone wants something, everyone hides something. The room grew colder with every word. He walked towards the window, staring out at the sprawling estate. He watched her every step out, even if Jago tried to shield her again. His voice dropped to a whispered letter. Don't touch him, just report to me. I will decide how to deal with him at right. The man nodded quickly, bowing before accepting, leaving Jago alone with his thoughts. He pressed his hand against the glass, his reflection staring back at him. For the briefest moment, his mouth slipped, his eyes were tired and in the second, the cold, toothless evil, the Mafia king returned. Why have you murmured under his breath? If you're hiding something, I swear I'll worry the world to uncover. Back in the garden, Jago clapped against the twilight sky as you swatted at him playfully for teasing you again. For a fleeting moment, you almost forgot the suffocating light of your husband's eyes.